China has the largest high-speed rail network in the world. And when I say that, I mean, take the rest of the world, combine it, and China's is still bigger. It's just like, today we're taking on our biggest adventure in China, and when we told our Chinese friends what we planned on doing, they looked at us like, what? Are you sure you want to do that? Because we are hopping aboard a train. We are going from the southeast oceans of Xiamen all the way across the country to the southwest mountains of Tibet. Ready?
Ready.
I'm a little nervous. It's all so new.
What'd she say?
We got special checking because we're American passports.
We're foreign. That's all that matters, yeah. Anybody not Chinese. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Seriously, Wynns, China is a level 3 reconsider travel location. But if we went by this map, we wouldn't have sailed to most of the places we've been. Do you have any idea what we're doing?
We are gonna go through a gate, and then we are gonna follow the people. That's what's the easiest thing to do.
Feeling a little out of our element here, just a little bit. So hang in there with us, because while this isn't our first rodeo, China isn't at all what we expected. So what's our seat numbers?
You're 513. C.
Okay, so this is the first leg of the journey. We are going from Xiamen to Shenzhen, which is about a 3-hour journey. And then we are going to transfer and get on an even faster train. And this is by far like the biggest train trip I have ever taken. I think that we have ever taken in our entire lives. And that's because, well, normally our preferred mode of travel is by sailboat. For those of you that have been around for a while, then you know that we are building a boat here in China, and it is almost ready, but we had just a teeny bit more time, and we thought we can't be here and not go explore some of this mysterious country to us. So, and we thought if we're gonna explore, we can't do it any other way than by train. So that's why we're here.
So where are we going? Well, we can go anywhere. You throw a dart at the map of China and you've got Mongolia, you've got terracotta warriors, mountains and plains and the Great Wall and so much history and just an amazingly beautiful country. And I started digging around and I thought we don't want to go too far north because it's winter and it probably gets pretty chilly. And then I thought, okay, well, what else? Maybe let's go to Tibet. Let's head towards the Tibetan mountains. And then I found Yunnan, which is in the southwestern part of China. It's just above Laos and Thailand, so they have like a lot of that style of cooking. And then they're right near Sichuan, which is super spicy. And I'm like, ooh, the food sounds good. It's like a moderate climate. It's not too cold. I was like, okay, this is looking pretty good. I dug deeper, I found out that that's the coffee growing region. And then even better, that's where they grow Pu'er tea. Pu'er tea is like, oh man, we found it maybe 20 years ago, and I remember my very first cup of Pu'er tea. It was that special. And I have no idea, but it's actually made in this little town called Pu'er in China, in Yunnan. Maybe not all of it, but at least some of it or a lot of it is grown there. So I'm very excited to go to Yunnan. It is full of stone forests. It is full of caves, mountains, beautiful greenery, and being in the city of Xiamen and at the factory, we just wanted an escape where we can sort of reconnect with nature. And that is why we're going to Yunnan. I can't wait. It's gonna be magical. Actually, I have no expectations. Okay, I have no expectations. It's gonna be magical, but I have no expectations. Okay.
Red button to unlock, and green button for water. Okay, so you read the instructions. So the one thing about China is it's like no matter where you go, you can always get hot water. Hot water is the thing. Cold water is not a thing. Ice is not a thing. But hot water is a thing. So this isn't a direct, like non-stop train, but the stops are very quick
and it gets a little chaotic because people are getting off and getting on, and then I'm technically not in my seat. So every time we stop, I've got like this anxiety, like, oh, is somebody gonna steal my spot? I won't be able to sit by Nikki anymore. And I gotta go to a totally different car. She's just back there watching movies. She's totally chilling because she's in her seat. So this is what they call second class, and I will give you a quick tour before we get to our destination. First we have the little food station where you can order food. There's not a lot of vegetarian options, so for us we were fortunately able to bring our own food. And it was quite tasty, Mediterranean plate from a little local spot.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And the seats are set up with 5 in each train. I don't know what you call it, train car. So you have 3 on one side and 2 on the other side. They're comfortable. Yeah, kind of like an airplane. They're comfortable as an airplane. You get more leg room, and you definitely get maybe a little more space in a bigger tray. So it's better than economy on a flight. Oh, we're coming to another stop, so I get out of the way. There's also an outlet at every seat. Tons of storage for small luggage, and then you can even bring big luggage. It kind of, sort of has a place to go.
So welcome to the toilets. Somebody actually had a little bit of fun here with the water, but anyways, got a regular toilet. There you go. And then they have another one that's across the hallway, which actually is more popular because it's like the squatty potty, the style where you have to like stand over the hole and squat down, because, well, that is kind of just the more typical Chinese thing. But in a lot of the public places, they all have regular kind of Western flush toilets. So anyway, it's not bad. It's nice. Very much like an airplane, but just a bit more comfortable, and you get a lot more freedom to roam around than you do in an airplane.
So they do have first class and business class seats. And our next train, which is our longer route, we actually splurged for first class. So we're gonna be pretty fancy on the next one. It's our longer route and it's a faster train, so I think it'll be a very fun experience for us, and we get to sit together, so that'll be great.
Because that's the only way you can choose your seats.
Yeah, you can choose your seats. If you have first class, you choose like first class, and then you have to click like a VIP button, and then you can choose your seats. Wow, and then it's like the craziest thing. When the train slows down, it's like your ears pop. It's cool.
It's cool.
I mean, it's weird, but it's neat. Science.
One train down, still a lot to go. I'm excited about the next one. These train stations are massive and feel reminiscent of an airport. And if you've ever traveled on any other high-speed trains, then this will all feel very familiar.
Okay, that's us.
The signs are surprisingly in both English and Chinese, so it's actually not that hard to navigate. The only real downside here is that absolutely nothing is vegetarian. So pack your snacks, kids. But that's getting nitpicky.
Apparently Crocs aren't allowed. They love Crocs here. I'm surprised they're just not allowed on the escalator, I guess.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why. It's gotta say something else. Surely it's not like an offense against Crocs. I mean, although Crocs are pretty offensive. Sorry to everybody who loves them. I have owned a pair, I'm willing to admit it. It says don't wear soft shoes. It's not Crocs specific. One thing that's very interesting about booking your tickets here is your passport is your ticket. So you don't really have to like have a paper ticket or go pick one up. It's just attached to your passport number. So it's kind of nice, actually.
That's for the locals. That's for us.
Obviously much faster if you're a local. Fair enough, fair enough. So this will be like maybe my second time ever to be first class. That includes all the flights.
You're always first class to me, honey.
I am, but financially I'm an economy class person. Just not the kind of person that can splurge. I can't spend that kind of money on transportation, says the person buying a brand new boat, but that's different.
That's a home.
That's a home. It's not just transportation. Come aboard.
Okay, 31 AC, that's us.
Oh.
Front row, Joe.
Bigger seats, just the two of us. This is definitely much more like first class flying. settle in and buckle up because we are on this train for like the next 7-something hours. Oh yeah, except for we're on a train. You don't have to buckle up. Okay, well, we're supposed to get snacks and drinks on this little leg here. And we're gonna figure out how to entertain ourselves for the next 7 hours. Okay, well, let's see. I've got some sort of audio, video. They were playing movie or TV or something on our last one as well. And there's a little TV screen in front of me. There's no footrest or anything on this one, but it is just like a day train. These are not like overnight trains, so I guess makes sense. We've got a little coat rack here. Obviously the blind for when the sun is peering in. And then of course we have our little snack tray table. Oh yes, there's an outlet right underneath our feet so you can plug in, charge up. This is not like their newest, nicest, fanciest train, right? They have those. They're between the bigger major cities generally, and they go a lot faster. In fact, there is one that is the maglev, which is like magnetic levitation. That thing looks insane and goes like 600 kilometers an hour or something like that. It's incredibly fast. It's like the fastest land vehicle in the world. So yeah, maybe next Chinese trip we'll do that one. But you can put the bag. Now that I have some cold water, I was joking earlier, they really do have cold water and ice in China, but they definitely always have hot water, for sure. Now that I've got this, I can take my AG1, which is also the sponsor of today's video, because the pollen counts have been so high in Xiamen, and it has absolutely wrecked my allergies, which is why I have these like red, sad, puffy eyes. Then it makes me feel really drained, very tired. So I took my dose like I do every morning, first thing in the morning, but I'm gonna take a second one for a little bit of a pick-me-up. I'm feeling like I need it. So it is just, whoa, that is full water. 8 to 10 ounces of water and one travel pack, because that's what we got right now. And then we just shake till it's frothy, and enjoy. And it is a tasty little beverage, and it is loaded with 75 vitamins and minerals and probiotics and prebiotics and whole food source superfoods, and you've heard me say this all before. So it is just whole body nutrition, which is especially important right now because we are going to be traveling about and eating who knows what, but not going to be like probably on the A game of our diet. So this at least ensures that we are getting everything that our bodies need. I've been taking AG1 for years, but before that I was never really a big supplements person because I just didn't necessarily trust in what I was taking, because supplements are kind of like the Wild West. They're just really not very heavily regulated. But AG1 is NSF certified, which is a third party that verifies what they say is on the label is actually in the powder, and that kind of gives me some confidence knowing that I am actually getting what I'm paying for. No more and no less. And if you would like to give AG1 a try, if you use our discount code in the link in the description box below, then AG1 will give you a year's supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs for free with your first purchase. So thank you very much to AG1 for your support in making this video possible, and to my body. And I'm gonna enjoy this beverage.
Maybe some fried cheese.
Probably will eat some fried cheese, I don't know.
Every time it's like a beautiful view, and then it's boom tunnel. It's just tunnel after tunnel after tunnel. Little glimpses of beauty. I think we missed the sunset. mean what I mean? What the heck? Oh my gosh, okay. So this train takes us to Kunming, which will be our first stop, and it's like the big hub of Yunnan. All the flights, all the trains go there. And that's why our friends that live in China thought we were crazy, because they're like, you can take a flight in 3 hours for about 1,000 yuan. Why would you take a long train trip? And for us, it's kind of an adventure. We've never really done a train trip, like Nikki said before, so it was just interesting. But I think this is really interesting when I went to book. You can take the same trip we're doing, you can do it in 40 hours, it'll cost you 263 yuan. You can do a direct one, and that will take you about 14 hours, that'll cost you 900. The one we're on, where we stopped, we get there a little bit faster, and it costs us the same price. However, second class is about 923, first class is 1529, and business class is almost 3,000. So that's quite a big difference there. It's a little bit of a splurge, but it's quiet back here. It's not very busy. It's calm, and it'll be really nice when it's time to take a nap in a little bit.
I'm gonna go for a little exploration, see what else is here. I think this is probably business class because it's like glassed off.
Somebody in there.
Did you say there is somebody in there? Oh. We've got our trash, our hot water dispenser, we've got our Western toilet, and then it's vacant. So you can take a look at this. That's the squatty buddy. Oh, she's going there. So you come here. This is the squatty potty. Very kind of traditional toilet in this part of the world. That lady was looking at me like, why are you filming in the bathroom? Okay, so now we're in second class, and then this will be where the bar car is. Oh, this one has tables. It looks beef, probably.
Chicken?
Yeah.
Pork?
Yeah, probably. There's one more. I wonder, let's see. Maybe they have a veg. Ooh, nope.
No tofu. Tofu? Tofu?
Tofu? No. Yep. I don't know what any of it is. This is where Google Translate is your friend. Looks like a lot of meat, though. That concludes the tour. That's that. The bar car was neat on that one, just because it actually did have seats in there, so you could like order and then sit and eat. So I like that. It's getting really pretty outside. The sun is set. Now I'm kind of bummed that it's going to get dark, because it's actually been really pretty to see the countryside and go from rural areas and then into the major cities and then back out into the more rural areas. And now we're going to miss so much of that because it's going to be dark. I didn't think about that when I booked our tickets. I was mostly just thinking about the fact that I didn't want to leave too early because I've had such bad allergies. I was like, oh, early morning, not for me right now.
We should have stayed in Shenzhen.
Yeah, and then gone the next morning. Oh well. Ride back. I have one complaint for this train. That's the fact that it's 11 o'clock at night and they don't ever dim the lights. Everything's on full brightness, which is very different than when you're on an airplane. But I guess that's just because this is a general commuter train, so it's sort of almost like riding the subway or something. Like it makes stops here and there, and you get on and then you get off. It's kind of funny. Just listening to podcasts, snoozing on and off. And again, like it's like things you would never do on like train or on the New York subway, because like we've got cameras sitting out and stuff like that. Like we're just almost too comfortable here. Like, we're gonna have to wise back up and be a little bit more cautious when we leave here, because it's so safe. Like you can leave a camera sitting on your chair and walk away, and it will be there when you get back. You could leave it there for days. It's incredible. Okay, we have arrived. Yes.
A few minutes early.
Oh my gosh, when we left Xiamen, it was like 20-something degrees Celsius, and it is 10 here. So, dropped in temperature just a little bit. Oh.
It's definitely cold.
I hope we brought enough clothes. So this is Kunming, so we are officially in Yunnan, and it's 11:20 or whatever, and headed off to our hotel.
And I will say, if I'm being honest, the luster of the train wore off at about 7 o'clock, about an hour after it got dark. I was like, yeah, we probably should have just flown.
No!
Maybe.
The train was like half the fun though.
It was fun.
It's more fun during the day when you can actually see outside.
Yeah. I think for like a 6 or 8 hour train would be okay, but maybe a 13-hour train is a little too much.
Yeah.
That's just my initial thoughts. I'll sleep on it and let you know for sure if that's the way I feel. So everything is done here in China through the app called WeChat. That's how you book a taxi or a Didi. That's how you book the trains. So you can book a hotel. You can pretty much do everything. You pay. It's like everything.
Apps within an app.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Okay. 谢谢，再见。
This is us, right?
Yeah, said they're open 24 hours. Well, it's fish. Okay, we made it. We'll give you a tour tomorrow. I'm going to bed.
Well, it was like 1 o'clock by the time we got checked in and got into our room, and we crashed hard. So we've been moving a little bit slow this morning, but we are up and going and headed off to our first stop, which is going to be the Stone Forest. It is an hour drive, and I think we're going to have to take a Didi because it's too late in the day to try to like book a full tour for like other things. I think we're just going to have time for one adventure today, but I think it's gonna be a good one.
And this is a typical Chinese city hotel. Humidifier, a little desk, TV, comfy bed.
Yeah, I mean, pretty just typical hotel room, I think.
Yeah.
Period. But I'm very excited about our next stop because it's an ancient Chinese city, and so the buildings and the rooms and everything are much more traditional, and it looks very cool.
One thing that's interesting is that there's always seems to be like a glass shower, so when you go to the bathroom, you gotta shut the curtain.
Because, I mean, we spend a lot of time together, but a little mystery left in a relationship is a good thing. Okay, we've arrived. Welcome to the Stone Forest. This is a national park, right?
Yeah, clearly this is not a busy season.
No, we are in the off season. It's not like their official big holiday yet, so it is going to be very low key. I haven't been in a national park in so long. I'm so excited.
Robot vending machine.
Yeah, robot vending machines are very legit. They're like in the malls. Obviously here at the park. That's the first one we've seen that looks like a truck though. How could you not want something like a vending machine? So this is the Stone Forest. Now this is one of those places that sends my imagination reeling. Because if we could travel back 270 million years, we wouldn't be walking, we would be swimming through a shallow sea. But the magic of time, wind, and water have slowly chiseled away at these chunks of limestones, creating this maze of jagged spears.
It's like you're in a cave, but you're outside.
Ooh, that's a big cave in there. Oh, this one. Wow. So cool. In there, it almost looks, I mean, even out here, it almost looks more like mud than stone, especially from a distance, but it's stone. It's very cool. It's a visual feast, and our foreign faces are adding to the attraction. Oh, you want me in here? Okay. We stick out almost as much as the cars around here, which is saying something considering the local attire. It's like a stone castle, but without a roof. There are so many different directions to go. It's like it being inside of a maze. You have no idea which way to go, and then sometimes you end up back at the same spot and you gotta go somewhere else again. Yeah. It's very cool. You can spend days here. Kid paradise. This looks like a good spot for a little snack. Looks so appetizing, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was about to say, yummy.
So for our little snack, we are gonna be having some miso soup. So I know that doesn't look very appetizing, but once it's all rehydrated, it is actually pretty tasty.
Got some assorted nuts, some yummy dried plum, hot tea, of course. And we're kind of like on this hidden walkway that's a little bit off the beaten path, so everybody that walks by, ni hao, hello. Everyone's so friendly. Everybody's so nice. Every time we're at the park, people come up to us and they're like, oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our country. I hope you have a good time. You know, they're very proud of their country and they're very welcoming to us, and that's, I guess it took me by surprise in the beginning, but now it's just like, hello, okay, I'll take a photo with you. Okay, yeah, let's do it. It's all fun.
Guess we're going up.
This is always a struggle. There's like 1,000 interesting things, and I've probably captured 2 hours of footage, and to try and distill it down into something that's actually interesting to the person that may or may not ever come here. Does it translate into video? Does it look as interesting? It's always hard to know.
Like, are you doing a good job?
Yeah, am I doing a good job of capturing this place? Because it's freaking magnificent.
Oh no.
I always feel inferior. Reminds me of like at the Grand Canyon, we shot this amazing footage, but I never made a video because I was just overwhelmed. It was too beautiful.
It's too intimidating.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get certain places and you just think, I can't do this justice. So then you look at what you've got and you feel like your story isn't good enough. And your visuals aren't good enough. Like, it doesn't do it justice. And then you just think feels like a disgrace to put something like that isn't good enough out there.
Yeah, so then it's a 2-minute video montage, which
Yeah.
might be what this ends up being.
Yeah.
And this is so cool, look at this.
Even looking back at where we just came.
I know, it's also beautiful. Jeez.
Thanks in.
This one's called Deep and Narrow Canyon. Oh my gosh, it keeps going.
And all the stairs that you can see, this right here is like a scene out of the Labyrinth. That's what I came around and I was like, oh, where's David Bowie?
He's in space. David Bowie's in space.
I've done for you. I move the stars for no one.
Wow, it's pretty steep.
It's nuts. I love it so much. These are the tiniest stairs. This is like a death trap.
Yeah.
it's like you have to go sideways because they're not full steps. Like it only covers half your foot.
Oh my gosh, it's so quiet. It is so quiet. It's like we're in a different world.
I mean, it's like completely different climates, every little section of this park. It is unreal. So this is the largest subtropical stone forest in the world. And all of a sudden you get here and you're like, why, yes, it is subtropical.
Sun's out, palm trees are growing.
Ah, give me a coconut, somebody. The stone forest isn't just a geological formation.
It's going and going and going.
It's tightly intertwined with the cultures and traditions of the Sani people, which they are happy to share. The Sani people are thought to have originated shortly after the Tang dynasty, which is only a mere 1400-ish years ago. And the hospitality, traditions, and music of the Sani people are a big part of what draws people here. They're all so nice. I mean, they're just so eager and they're so excited when they see you and so happy to see you here. It's hard, you know? You watch everything on like TV and media and it's like politics and such negativity, but you get here and it's just such a drastically different experience. Like, that's the experience and that's in town. It's everybody you talk to. Like, they're just really happy, lovely, kind people. We haven't had a bad encounter yet. Not one. Only that kind of an encounter. So it's very hard not to fall in love with the Chinese people.
Yeah, that felt pretty special.
Yeah.
Definitely. They're like, oh, we'll play music for you.
Yeah. They're like, join in.
Yeah.
Grab an instrument.
Oh my gosh. So cool. Yeah.
They're taking us to a tea shop because we said we wanted to go have tea and maybe buy some tea. And rather than trying to give us directions, they were like, no, we'll just walk you over. So, you know, full service at this hotel. Close?
Here we also come back.
The place they wanted to take us is unfortunately closed. They're like, no. Now we're looking for another option.
Taste which kind of tea would you like?
掉手里面这个有点冷，
就这样。
这样。
Raw tea. I'm not sure if the translation's perfect, but it's saying that the one that we're having right now is the raw tea, and this one is the ripe tea. So I know that there's a different aging process.
So light. Okay. Can you show me how to hold it again? Okay. It means you have the power in your hands, right?
The power is in your hands.
It's in your hands. And you hold it a very specific way, and then you turn it like this. And this is number 5. And they said after the 5th time, it gets better and sweeter. And it is quite, like the first ones weren't bitter at all, but it was very smooth and light. And now it's getting more flavorful, which just seems crazy. We brew tea so differently.
I think we've been doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
It's fair. It is 45 degrees today, so it's a bit chilly, and it's making my nose drip. Yes, go.
We moved inside, and now she's brewing the second type of Pu'er tea, and it's the different process, and she's going to brew it in a clay pot. So everything's specific to that specific tea.
Yeah. See, You chew it 5 times.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Yeah. Earthy.
Uh-huh.
It's
I
not
think if
bitter at all. It's got.
no, but if you like black tea, like I think this is like it's so smooth with like roasty notes.
Yeah.
Like sort of like coffee, but not at all.
Yeah.
I don't know, that makes no sense.
It's technically red tea, but the fermentation makes it black. At least that's what I read. That's a tree leaf.
That is a tree leaf. That is huge. I thought they would be so small.
Yeah. So this tea is fermented 30 to 60 days.
Serendipity is a splendid thing. We thought we were going to just pop around the corner for a quick purchase and be on our merry way. It's getting lighter and lighter. But our seemingly simple mission was evolving fast. Would you like to experience the tea making process for yourself? Oh.
I don't, yeah?
We quickly learned tea isn't just a beverage. It's a window into the world of Chinese culture. We had no clue. Unite your mind and calm yourself. And our hosts had quickly decided they were going to show us the way of tea.
Right. Good.
And just like that, we went from customers to guests to pupils. And the more they showed us, the more we wanted to know. We had our translator apps working full force, but really, we didn't need words to understand.
It's very beautiful.
If I may ask, are you husband and wife?
Oh,
Yeah.
love. 说 love 就是听懂了。
Yeah. The way they practice tea is a form of self-expression, a show where both the server and the guests perform. It's a ceremony that requires a state of being that felt so opposite of our ingrained, insatiable American hurry-up ways. Because tea is a show of grace, peace, appreciation, personality, and even inner spirituality. We were so entranced by the whole experience, oblivious to time and the fact that we had a train to catch.
Delicious. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, we didn't expect that. We were having way too much fun. And now we're going to be late to catch our train. So we're going to hustle, okay? We'll catch up later. Ah, 谢谢. Zai Jin.
Running late. Oh, yeah, that was amazing. Yeah. It's hard to say exactly what's going on through my mind right now because it was such a unique experience. So I have to digest it. Come back later.
Yeah.
I'm freezing.
Yeah.
现在没有，那钱它贵。是这样。
We're here. End of the line. We made it to the end of the line.
Locals?
Yeah. Meow.
Oh, is this two of you?
Yes.
How did you know?
Welcome back to the gym.
Doesn't look so ancient yet.
No.
Looks very modern right here.
This side. Then you go through the gate, and who knows?
Yeah. Because there's no driving in there.
Nope.
You said Casey.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Nikki.
Nikki. Yes.
Jesus.
Cheers. Your English is very good.
Thank you. I'm learning. Now I'm practicing my English.
We have officially made it to the end of this railway line and to the beginning of our next adventure, which, spoiler alert, starts on the ancient southern Silk Road, which is where we'll see you next time. So thanks so much for joining us.
She's from Guangdong. Guangdong is they are really good at cooking the kinds of the dishes. Yes. And I do like because they just keep the food original taste.